The Vexations of a Shut-In Vampire Princess, Episode 7, Blue Knight asks why Sukuna is wearing a t-shirt with Kamari's face. Is it to make fun of her? Sukuna says she just loves the shirt. Sukuna says if Blue Knight wants one, she can have one. Blue Knight, who hates Kamari, says no. This was a stupid question to ask. Blue Knight says those who follow Kamari are idiots. Blue Knight did go to prison, but she is now out. You would think trying to permanently kill a Crimson Lord would make someone go to prison longer than one episode. Blue Knight was arrested in episode 4. She was gone in episode 5. In episode 6, she was there in the ending scene. However, if Blue Knight was gone, there wouldn't be any drama to the story. Blue Knight knows Sukuna is there to learn about Inverse Moon, who has kidnapped her family. Blue Knight questions why she doesn't ask Kamari for help. Sukuna doesn't want to get her involved. Pause. Isn't Sukuna, who loves Kamari, tasked with killing Kamari? Kamari is involved if she doesn't know the truth anyways. Well, I guess she's not tasked with killing Kamari, she's tasked with finding the Dark Core, but even then, she just tried to kill Kamari last episode, so she's still involved, even if she knows the truth or not. Blue Knight's only advice for Sukuna is telling her when things get tough to let Kamari drink her blood. This could possibly be foreshadowing on we will be seeing Kamari drink blood. It is time for the Crimson Lord War. The citizens will be watching and cheering. The goal in the war is to obtain the Crimson Spear in the middle of the field. They all have until sunset. If no one gets the Crimson Spear, or one does, there is a point system that will determine everyone's rank. The point system is based off of how many soldiers you kill. You get extra points for killing a Crimson Lord. Kamari is not ready for any of this. Kamari doesn't have all of her 500 soldiers. Her soldiers were killing each other to determine who will participate, and 470 are dead. Kamari only has 30 soldiers. Kamari gets a phone call from Float. Float says she congratulates Kamari for not running away, but she will lose. This does not make Kamari's troops happy. Float tells her soldiers they can start attacking. This is stopped when a man tells Float all of Kamari's soldiers are charging directly at them. Kamari makes a comment to Vil that it is odd as a commander to let all their soldiers attack at the same time and leave them behind. YouTube, the answer is yes, it is odd. Unless you are in a desperate situation on the battlefield and already know everyone will die, then everyone can attack to have a hero's death. Kamari's unit does listen to her, but they don't. If Kamari tried to stop all of them from attacking, it would not have worked. Kamari's horse arrives. Their name is Ususalis. Vil tells Kamari she really cannot leave the spot because the battle has broken out. She will be killed. Delphine and Delphine's unit come to attack Kamari. Vil and Kamari run away. Kamari will die if she stays. Sukuna has no idea what to do. She is nervous. One of her soldiers mentions how they are working with Kamari. They will help her and also attack Float. Sukuna uses a Crimson Core to command them, which makes no sense. They would have followed her command. Why hypnotize them? Karen was watching the whole encounter. She doesn't arrest Sukuna because 1. Ruining a Crimson Lord war would be lame, and 2. Mainly she thinks Sukuna is being controlled by a member in Inverse Moon, and she thinks that true mastermind is somewhere on the battlefield. She wants to wait for them to reveal themselves. We go back to Kamari and Vil, who are still running away. Delphine puts up a wall and they stop running because they are forced to fight. Not the horse! Why does every TV show and movie attack the animals? Leave the animals alone! Delphine, who was dead during the Crimson Lord meeting, asks Kamari if she killed them. Kamari was not the one who killed them. Vil did. But Kamari telling Delphine she wasn't the one is very unconvincing. Kamari sounds like she is the murderer. Delphine uses blood magic, and that is literal. She can control her blood. Vil fights Delphine and gets injured. Delphine summons her blood in one rock shape and attacks. Yay, the horse is back and awake. They break a hole in the wall to escape. Persephus' red scales can repel iron, so they are not injured for breaking a hole in the wall. Delphine is chasing Kamari again. Helios and Odilon are fighting each other, and they both see Kamari pass. They attack her. Vil lets out a poison gas that should potentially kill Helios' unit and Odilon's unit. They get attacked and this allows Delphine to catch up again. They are all in the center of the battlefield where the Crimson Spear is. Delphine creates a giant sword of blood. To block the attack, Vil throws something at it. This causes an explosion of blood. Oh, here we go. It is raining blood from the explosion, and blood gets in Kamari's mouth. We unfortunately have to wait. We scene change to Float defeating Kamari's unit. Colosso attacks Float. Their fight is interrupted by Sukuna and her soldiers. When they prepare to fight each other, the whole battlefield can feel strong energy. Kamari's soldiers cheer her name. They know it's her. Kamari unleashes her magic and it explodes the battlefield. The cameras stop working. The citizens can feel the wind from the explosion. Karen's crystal cracks and breaks. Karen finds this amusing. Karen says Kamari using her core implosion is nothing to worry about. On the battlefield, Kamari cannot remember what happened. She finds Vil passed out. Vil is still alive, so Kamari transfers her to a hospital. Float appears. Kamari asks if she is alone. Float gets mad at the question. Float says, of course she is alone. Kamari killed her unit and everyone else on the battlefield. It is just her and Kamari left. Pause again. Why out of everyone dying, there is one person left? That we know of. There could possibly be one or two others alive who are able to walk around. Like Float's like, I'm uninjured. How? Float yells at Kamari for acting dumb on killing everyone and destroying the Crimson Spear. Float doesn't understand why Kamari is lying. The battle, because of Kamari, was cut short and it has ruined everyone's fun. Float gets ready to attack Kamari. Kamari says she doesn't want to die and hides behind her hands. Float speaks. Kamari should not be hiding. She needs to fight like a soldier. Float is killed by Sukuna, which, wow. Sukuna stabs Float and then crushes her. Kamari says Sukuna is strong. Sukuna says this is nothing. Sukuna brings up when they were stargazing, she asked what she would do about terrorists threatening you. Sukuna starts to talk about Inverse Moon and how she knows she is just being used. Sukuna tells Kamari no one knows where the dark core is that she has killed to find the answer for. Sukuna tells Kamari she is behind the killings. Kamari doesn't believe her. Sukuna says it is true and she is telling Kamari all this because it does suck to die not knowing the truth. With Kamari's blackout, that ends episode 7. I am not sure if Kamari will die or if Sukuna, who loves Kamari, just did a spell to knock out Kamari. Sukuna, as of now, is more successful than Blue Knight against Kamari. She still needs to find the location of the Dark Core. If Kamari doesn't know the answer, then I would say Karen, the one who is the Empress, does. Until we learn where the Dark Core is, hit that subscribe button. It would be really cool of you if you did that. Subscribe to my channel. Thank you for listening and watching.